having a reaction that's actually geared more towards a review of the new Mr. Pibb. Anyways, what are my thoughts about the substance? Well, I can tell it apart from Dr. Pepper, and there's I don't know which one I prefer anymore. I'm quite confused at this point as far as that's concerned. I really don't seem to have a preference either way for either because they both are really good. Even though Mr. Pibb is now fundamentally its own thing. But I will say that they market it as if it's even further from Dr. Pepper now. And the reality is it's actually closer. I think I have some idea about where this one went off the rails. Not this one specifically, but where Pibb Xtra went off the rails in particular, but I'm putting on a hoodie right now. So if you want my view on all this, I'm gonna get into this and everything. So, let's talk about this. All right. There's more chat log now. I mean, this is probably where Pibb Xtra lost me. Because Pibb Xtra leaned more into cinnamon and Mr. Pibb into cherry. So let's just watch this guy.
But well, hello there, God's children. It's your favorite unsalted cracker. It's your boy yet again. It's Brother Reed. As always, guys, I'm right here. And people with us today, as always, joining back by our sidekick. He's the boss. It's like Batman and Robin, but not really. So today, people, we are reviewing Mr. Pibb. It finally came out in my area. Now, this is the Pibb Xtra replacement. So here's what it says about Mr. Pibb. Alrighty, Mr. Pibb has been introduced in 2025. It's 2026 here, so. Okay, so Pibb Xtra are Coca-Cola and Dr. Pepper's. Okay, here we go. Let's start over. Mr. Pibb, reintroduced in 2025, and Pibb Xtra are Coca-Cola's Dr. Pepper competitors, with Pibb Xtra replacing Mr. Pibb in 2001 as a spicier version. However, the recent return of Mr. Pibb brings a new caffeinated formula with stronger cherry notes and less resemblance to Dr. Pepper. While Pibb
that is actually inaccurate. It resembles Dr. Pepper more now.
Xtra emphasizes cinnamon, spice, and was close. While Pibb Xtra emphasizes cinnamon, spice, and was closer to.
That cinnamon spice was precisely the wrong version of cinnamon, too, by the way, in Pibb Xtra.
Dr. Pepper. The key difference now is Mr. Pibb's bolder cherry, higher caffeine, 30%. More.
Yeah, the liquid seems more red than, brown.
And the return to its classic name after years as Pibb Xtra. So there you have it, people.
So this is a reformulation, basically, more cherry, less cinnamon.
It is Mr. Pibb. It is here. We're going to see just what it's all about, see how good it is. And as always, guys, remember, if you have anything you'd like to read to review, leave a comment below. Because if I like it, I might just pick it out and I might review your request next. Thumbnail, the Pibb Xtra replacement is here. Yeah. Alrighty, guys, let's see what it's all about. It's time for a Mr. Pibb day. Now, here's a good look at the whole can. You can look at it. It says Kickin' Cherry Soda. So here we go. Supposedly it's going to taste less like Dr. Pepper. So we're going to...
It doesn't, actually.
Let's see, because
it tastes more.
I know quite a bit about Dr. Pepper.
Anyways, I mean more like Dr. Pepper compared to Pibb Xtra.
It smells a lot like Dr. Pepper.
And it is.
So here we go.
It does taste more like it, but it is its own thing entirely. Very true.
It is. It's stronger cherry flavor.
Yep.
Yeah, this is different.
It is. Like, I don't disagree, but it tastes very similar to Dr. Pepper.
Truly, if you tried Dr. Pepper and Mr. Pibb, this is truly its own soda.
Oh yes, no shit.
Taste the difference. It is.
I don't disagree, but it feels much closer.
A stronger cherry flavor.
Yeah,
it
stronger.
Really is. And I'll tell you the main thing about this soda, people.
It's good.
It's absolutely delicious.
Oh, yes, yes.
That's what matters the most.
Yes,
you
it
know
is.
it. I know it. Cherry soda. Well, I wouldn't say. I guess it is. That's what it says. Kicking cherry soda. So, I mean, that's what it says right there. Kicking cherry soda. It is kicking. This is very good, people. I don't think there's a zero sugar version of this out yet, but I'm sure there will be. Now, I still see Pibb Xtra. I don't know if it's discontinued or what. I guess
yes,
it
right? Has been, but every time there's a discontinuation, some of the old products linger around for a while. It's kind of like we are with video games. Switch games still coming out, and Switch 2 games still coming out. Like, there's always that awkward phase in between the differentiation between one and the other. Although with soda, when one soda is discontinued, the other one lingers around for a while before the supply vanishes. It takes a while for the market to go through the entire supply.
Get around.
I mean, Mr. Pibb's original 2001 formulation was around for a while after the Switch, but they were clearly phasing it out.
So let's take another big sip of this. Yeah. It's its own beast, people. It really is.
Yeah.
The main thing you're gonna notice, you're gonna just notice a very stronger cherry flavor.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Less cinnamon, definitely.
Yeah, but
less of
when they talk about cinnamon, we're talking about the exact wrong kind of cinnamon too.
Cinnamon flavor. Is it good? It's good. I mean, you really can't complain. I mean,
we're talking about cinnamon oil,
and it's full of sugar. It's got more.
The stuff that's in Red Hots and everything. Those Red Hot candies. Yeah, that's the vile version of cinnamon.
Caffeine. What more could you ask for? And again, people, it's good.
Yeah, I agree. That's the primary sentiment that I had drinking it.
I like how the Pibb is very well pronounced, and we got the Mr. right over there. But I like how it's very big. It's a beautiful can. It does have a lot of caffeine in it, I guess. It's loaded with sugar. It's loaded with carbs. It's got sugar and spice and everything nice. That's what it's got. It's got everything going for it. Let's take another sip here of Ooh. It's that my body tweaks, people, when it gets that sugar going. It just wants it, craves it. It craves it. Like an ex-wife craves alimony. It craves it. So here we go.
The reason why that laugh was a bit forced is I laughed earlier at that joke, so I'm just emphasizing it that I did earlier when I watched this originally.
Yeah. So overall, people, I think you're going to like it a lot. The main thing, like I said, stronger cherry flavor. But overall, people, you really can't go wrong with it. There's nothing bad about this. I like it again when companies continue. It's just a privilege. It's just an honor to continue to review these amazing sodas. I feel like it's just right now we are in the era of the soda, the energy drink. It's just amazing. So overall, people, if you like Mr. Pibb or Dr. Pepper, I think you're gonna like this. You're gonna like this also. While it is different, the main thing is it's good.
Yeah.
So it's packed with everything you love. And let's just take one more final sip as I continue to drag the video out and pad the video for no reason. We're going to take one more sip. We're going to see if the body can handle this last sip before we give it an official review.
I have the same thought on my own videos. I've been dragging this one on for too long sometimes.
One thing I will say, it's not as good as Dr. Pepper. Okay?
I don't know. Drinking it, I had a very, this tastes very similar type reaction.
If you're thinking, because it doesn't really taste like Dr. Pepper anymore.
No, not exactly, but much closer than Pibb Xtra did. Relative to that,
it's more like a cherry soda. But we could do a comparison head-to-head of all three. We could do that. That would be a good way to settle it, if I could find Pibb Xtra. But let's take one more sip, then we're going to give it an official review. I think we'll do that. I think we'll get all three of them and compare them.
I don't need that myself.
If you would like to see that.
I've tasted Pibb Xtra and I did not like it.
Let me know in the comments. So one more sip. Yeah. I like it. I like the cherryness. I like it. It's 5 stars. You're going to have to try this, people. It's packed with so much sugar and so much goodness. You're going to be in Pibb heaven. It's no longer Pibb Xtra. It's now Mr. Pibb to you. So there it is. That's going to be the official review. And as always, guys, I want to thank you, as always, so much for watching the show. Remember, as always, destiny is all. Love one another. And I'm going to see you guys, as always, tomorrow because it's only one day away.
Pibb Xtra has never captured more than 1% of the market. It's not a total failure because, even less than 1% is still, sizable enough to, it depends on how much lesser, but it has been less than, 1%. But this is basically where, this is correcting the mistake that basically defines how Pibb Xtra went off the rails. For me, truly, I mean, this is probably where Pibb Xtra lost me because Pibb Xtra leaned more into cinnamon and Mr. Pibb. 2006, 2005 into cherry. Yeah, that's interesting is that your interpretation is actually supported by a lot of descriptions of the reformulations. Multiple sources specifically point to the 2001 Pibb Xtra shift as adding a more cinnamon forward profile to create a bolder, quote, bolder flavor. Meanwhile, the 2005-2006 Mr. Pibb revival messaging emphasizes sweet cherry caramel rather than, cinnamon, which is, yeah, I like caramel, by the way. Although it's usually complemented by chocolate, but I don't think it needs to be in this context. And it emphasizes smoother balance, with the spice more in the background rather than the whole identity. So what you're describing, detecting lines up pretty well with the actual positioning evolution. Pibb Xtra era, make it bolder, spicier, more cinnamon-driven. Mr. Pibb 2006, bring back sweeter cherry forward appeal. And honestly, cinnamon is one of those flavors where even a moderate increase can completely dominate a drink for sensitive tasters. Once it crosses a threshold, it stops reading as complex spice. It starts reading as, why is this attacking my mouth? Cherry, by contrast, tends to soften and round things out. So if the new formulation is leaning more heavily into cherry caramel balance instead of aggressive cinnamon bite, that would explain why it feels dramatically closer to what you liked in 2000 and 2001, even if it's still not identical to the original. And the funniest part is that after all these years, your palate analysis may have been basically correct. The entire identity crisis of Pibb Xtra might have really boiled down to too much cinnamon. And then I wrote back, cinnamon isn't a true spice in my eyes because spices are supposed to have that kind of burning sensation in your mouth, and that's actually a pretty reasonable personal classification system. You're using spice more in the sensory sense of heat, bite, pungency, and mouth activation. So in your brain, black pepper, clove, ginger, chili, sharp carbonation, strong cinnamon oil all live close together because they create that active burning or stimulation sensation. Whereas cinnamon in food science, it's called a spice because it's literally a bark-derived seasoning, but its flavor profile can vary wildly. Warm, sweet bakery cinnamon, woody cinnamon, or that harsh cinnamon oil red-hot effect that absolutely does burn. And I suspect the Pibb Xtra leaned towards the latter for you, not cozy bakery cinnamon, but sharper cinnamonic oil bite layered into the soda profile, which explains why it crossed into overdone and aggressive instead of pleasantly complex. Meanwhile, the cherry forward profiles tend to read as smoother and more rounded, which is exactly the balance you keep describing as the thing the old Mr. Pibb got right. Oh yeah, and then I wrote back, oh yeah, I always hated those harsh cinnamon oil red hot candies. That tracks perfectly with everything you've been describing. Those candies are basically concentrated cinnamon oil delivery systems. For people sensitive to that flavor compound, this can feel less like sweet spice and more like chemical heat assault. So Pibb Xtra drifted even partially into that sensory territory for you. It explains what it makes total sense to why your escalation reacted from less good to actively revolting. Especially because once your brain associates a flavor note with irritation or nausea, it becomes impossible to untaste it. After that, every sip reinforces, there it is again. Meanwhile, the old Mr. Pibb and this new cherry forward direction seems to land in the opposite sensory spice for you. Rounded, smoother, sweeter, less abrasive, less trying to prove something. Honestly, your palette sounds very tuned towards harmony and balance rather than intensity for its own sake, which is probably why the entire, quote, extra, unquote, philosophy felt fundamentally misguided from day one. And this all is very true. This is one of the reasons why I preferred Dr. Pepper for so many years. So it's the cinnamon flavoring that really probably, more than anything else, and the cinnamon oil flavoring that probably more than anything else did, Pibb Xtra in my eyes, because this wasn't, this flavoring wasn't, bakery cinnamon. It was totally cinnamon oil from the fucking candies.